What's up, guys? Welcome to Tidy Rap. And today we're talking about a great movie or a bad movie or controversial movie.
Firestarter.
No, that's just a shit movie. Those are both just shit movies.
Doctor Strange, the newest movie from Marvel.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll
Newest
talk a
Marvel
little
thing.
about Moon Knight. If
The newest, highest grossing movie in the world.
is it really?
Something like that.
Is it? I don't think so.
I think it. Well, no, I mean it's not.
I'll look up how much it made.
It's just number one for the last 2 weeks.
Is it really?
the
Oh,
past.
that
was
makes
like,
sense.
is it for the year? That's what I thought you were getting
No,
at.
no.
Doctor
Okay.
Maybe for the year already.
Strange.
I don't think so.
I don't think there's been that many big movies this year though.
watched a lot
500
of
million
movies.
worldwide.
I mean, we've seen a lot of movies, but
We've seen too
That's
many
true, I
movies.
guess.
Everything blurs together at this point.
yeah.
I know.
In 2 days, it made 50 million.
I wish I could make 50 million in 2 days.
It's easy. You just hire big actors, call yourself Marvel.
Would I get
Put out a
fucked on
movie.
taxes though?
I'd probably be.
Yeah, but even if you made 50 million, your taxes would still be fine.
It'd be $10 after that, I'd still be happy.
That's a free $10.
Yeah, honestly.
If you made 50 million, you got taxed 75%. Do you think you could survive? It's only like, what, 5 million left? Or 10 million?
Oh,
I
Yeah,
was
I don't know
like,
if you can
yeah,
survive
only
off
5
that.
million.
you know how many Priuses I could buy?
2.
In
With this
Hey,
market?
body pills I can
you're
buy?
right. Not enough.
All of them.
Damn.
all the
Yeah,
RAM,
probably.
all the RAM in different positions.
The next episode's bleeding into this too much. I keep on doing this.
The whole thing, we're on 68.
I'm so
68 guys.
excited
That was
for
the
after this
preview
episode,
for
but also really excited for this episode.
All right,
Yes.
here it
I've
goes.
This is the
asked to be
episode?
on this
This
episode.
is 68, now 69.
No, I mean, are we recording currently?
Yeah.
We're
He started. He already gave the intro.
It just got really off topic.
We're talking about
It's
Doctor
always
Strange.
over.
Okay, we need to get back on
I was
topic.
just trying to figure out.
Speaking of strange things.
We are the off-topic podcast. That's already copyrighted by Rooster Teeth, but
Fuck.
Yeah.
There's no good ideas anymore. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
So, this movie.
I was like, someone talk about the movie.
Initial thoughts.
Well, let's start with Bob.
Trailer was great.
Well, what would you give the trailer out of a score?
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
I saw 7.
Maybe you should say who's watched it and who hasn't.
Everyone but Bob.
Remember me.
There you go.
Easy.
You'll get my raw reactions.
We're going to raw dog you the words.
I saw
Raw
some
and
clips.
uncensored.
Wrong episode, guys. Okay, bye.
Stop.
So you're telling me this movie should have been rated R?
No. I think it could have went that
Really?
direction.
We're going we're going to start with that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that where we want to start. I mean, I asked for initial thoughts, so
Initial
I
thoughts.
don't know how you guys want to go
It's
about
Rated
this.
R worthy.
Nah,
it's not that
it's
far.
close. But PG-13, if you really think about it,
That's the new
I
one.
think it's
Is
old
it
enough.
like watching
yeah.
an ecchi anime, but it's not like quite hentai?
No, it's more like
No,
watching Attack
nothing
on
like
Titan.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I think for me it just caught me off guard when you go to a Marvel film, like, oh, it's gonna be a superhero movie, and everyone's gonna punch each other. Not
Nah, dude. I saw the director and I was ready.
okay. Well, I did not know he was a horror director. I knew
I was-
him from 3
You
other
know Sam
movies.
Raimi?
I was ready, dude.
I wasn't.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's like because his core is borderlines horror comedy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's that.
So like,
yeah. I did not know Raimi did like not the Evil Dead.
Evil
Yeah,
Dead,
he
yeah.
did Evil Dead.
Yeah, Evil Dead. I
okay.
did not know he
The
did
OG
any
or
of
the
those
remakes?
films. I know he.
OG.
I watched all of them, but I never knew he did any of them.
You know the guy who punches
did all of them.
himself?
Yeah, that's why my brain exploded.
Yeah, it's Ash.
Yeah, I just exploded my goddamn brain.
Yeah.
I was like, he did Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's all I really knew.
That's all I remember.
That's
Oh,
all
I
I
know.
knew his name to until I'm like, oh, he did that. Oh, he did that. Oh, this makes a lot more sense right now while I'm watching.
right now. Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah.
So I do. It's like when they said that Sam Raimi was going to direct this movie.
I was like, it's going to be out there.
It's gonna be out there, and he's gonna like if he injects a little bit of the Evil Dead energy. You know what? That's all I would ask for.
Personally, I think he ejected a little too much without spoiling
Really?
anything.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No,
So it's
I
like
think there's a
funny,
little
He could gone further.
he could have gone further.
Well, I think, maybe that's the issue, is that he either didn't do enough or
Yeah.
too much. It's not like, if he just went farther, would have been better. If he pulled back,
So
would have been better.
here's the thing. This is my initial thoughts of this film is like anything to me that felt very Sam Raimi are the parts I love about this film.
Yeah.
And everything
Yeah.
outside of that is what I don't.
That felt ham-fisted.
Dude, he's doing.
Yeah.
He did Evil Dead the remake and a 2022.
I think he
Evil Dead.
produced the remake because he hasn't directed a movie since Oz, which was
We don't talk
god
about
awful.
He did Don't
But-
Breathe, bro.
No, those are stuff he produced.
Uma sucked.
Like if
Yeah,
you really, if you really want to see what he did, I'd go to IMDb and look at his,
Yeah.
Ah,
because that shows anything he's like accredited to, because he's been a writer and producer on a lot of things. Yeah. So, but and that's the thing with this film, right? Because I think there's a lot of like whiplash, people going
Yeah.
into this movie, and that's always the thing for the casual moviegoer anyway, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
the casual moviegoer doesn't keep up with who makes what or whatever's, right?
Yeah.
And what their signature styles and stuff is. So yeah, you do expect like a fun popcorn movie, and even if you only know Sam Raimi for Spider-Man, that's maybe what you expect as well, because there's quite a bit of that in there as well. You just don't remember
But I
that
think
he comes from this
I
other
think
place.
it's
I
like, you
know,
can
it's so crazy.
you can throw away just the director's name and just you have Marvel,
Yeah,
because the trailer also throws things off completely.
I guess.
Because it doesn't show it as a horror; it shows it as a
Yeah.
just
Weird.
timey-wimey, like
Yeah, it
shit goes down in weird spots.
Yeah,
We're going
This-
to all these multiverses and doing all this cool magic stuff.
yeah.
Not
That's all they do?
freaking an eye
No.
getting gouged out and other fun stuff.
Oh, it's joyous.
Oh, it was great. It just surprised me when I
Oh,
first saw the first gruesome kill.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Maybe we'll talk about this. I think we'll talk about this a little bit, like without spoiling anything. We'll hit to a point, and then we'll just go all
Yeah.
in. Okay.
It's hard to talk about this without spoiling it, just because
It's
it's
true.
the deep meat of it is just so spoilerish, which
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, I guess you can just start off with. I feel like this movie, you kind of need to know a lot about the heroes themselves and some of the stuff they've posted. So, like, WandaVision's very important.
Yes.
The What If series is very important.
Well, parts of it are yes.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I think anything
the
with the
end, I guess.
well with the Doctor Strange stuff you needed, and you needed the stuff with America.
The first one, Captain
yeah.
Britain. But
Like I think you could go without seeing it because
You
apparently
can.
those aren't like those iterations of the What If
No.
people. It's just they're a little more they're more cameos of anything like that.
True.
You don't need to know who that version of this person is because they don't really matter.
it's true.
How did you feel watching it? Did it make sense? Were you confused?
Yeah. I got it.
You got
I
it?
think I did. I think I got it.
Cam's
I think
never
I got
seen-
what what I hear from people talking about this film is they don't understand the theme and it's just not like. And I'm like, I understand what this. I get it, but I also can pull things from thin air and understand it too. So
You're like, I read the comics.
I haven't read any of the comics or anything like that.
Cam, how'd you feel?
So, the way I was actually serious. I was about dying a few seconds ago.
No, yeah.
But I like the magic Doctor Strange does because it looks cool, and I like the crazy shit that happened later on.
But did that movie make sense though? Where you're like, who the fuck are these people?
I mean, it's superheroes. You don't have to extrapolate too much from it. I mean, like, it's Captain America, but it's fucking
Whatever's
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
A different version of him.
and the whole. I mean, yeah, it's multiverse. So I'm like, of course, people are different, and I could fill in the gaps between I've seen the other IPs and when I was younger, I know who certain characters are when
Yeah.
they show up, but from just pop culture.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So
'Cause that's what I felt like this movie. Like, there's a lot of references, but a lot of it. A lot of people are just. What are they fully complaining about?
Okay, so the thing, and this is a complaint I understand to a certain degree. The beginning of this movie
Yeah.
is very ham-fisted.
Yeah.
In what way?
Like
It's like
it's
here's a character, bam.
well, the
Right
best
to
way to
this.
describe it, it is like it's exposition up the wazoo with just fancy
Yeah.
visuals.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
dumb
no, I get
exposition,
that.
like
A little
I
bit.
want to treat the viewer like they're dumb as shit.
No,
No.
it's just more like because we're entering that.
There's a
side
lot
of,
going on.
Yeah, we are entering that side of Marvel that not a lot of people know.
It's exposition dump.
Yeah.
Where people are like, "Oh, I gotta learn stuff about my action movie." It's like,
Yeah.
these have
Like,
backstories.
And the thing is, I don't necessarily know, or I don't like the setup, but I love everything that comes after it.
Yes.
And
I'm fine with the setup.
And that's the thing. It's like it's just, it feels so forced. Like the way it's written feels forced.
Yeah.
With everything that happens and how it sets things up and everything and how it introduces, we'll say, a couple new character, like a new character or something.
Yeah.
And all the dialogue that goes with that feels very forced, and it's not written great.
Yeah, no, the writing in this film has some issues in it. I would definitely agree with that.
Especially dialogue. Dialogue is there's a
Yes.
Is it choppy? Is it awkward?
It's
Does it not flow?
awkward.
it's
in
cheesy.
moments.
Oh, like these,
Yeah,
like
dude.
Yeah.
MCU cheesy?
No.
No, like
Sam
like-
Raimi cheesy.
like old comic book movie cheesy.
Mid 2000s cheesy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
Because there's parts you're just like, really? You added this here? It's like, I don't think you needed it. And then if you just skipped it, it would have been fine. I don't know.
But would it choose to be cheesy, like, because that's his style, or was it like
It's
like
probably
a callback to something else?
It's probably a mix between his style and grabbing from the older comics.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
But
As a man that doesn't know this, I was like, damn, why'd they say that?
Did you cringe?
There was one part towards the climax where I'm like, what's
Is
going
it the-
on? Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I wanted
that
to
scene
actually.
sticks out in my
I
mind
wanted to
so
like
much.
crawl out of my chair and just crab walk out of there.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
there's
It's a wink.
there's like, I don't know, there's weird things in the structure of this movie that I don't know if I fully like, or the way they use certain characters. I mean, watching it, I love I guess you could say I love the scene, but I don't know if I love how it was treated. So, and
Okay.
there's stuff like that in this film where I can understand where you would have like criticisms and stuff. And there's certain like trends that Marvel has done and stuff, and certain things they've been doing and try to capitalize on that are very apparent in this film. And I can see where that kind of rubs the wrong way.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Huh.
That's what I said. That's what I said when I watched this movie. For me, everything that felt Sam Raimi is what I love. Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah.
everything else is just
Not Sam Raimi.
it's Marvel.
It's Marvel. It's Marvel saying
It's
we
Marvel
need-
trying to do Marvel things.
Yeah.
we need to move forward very quickly.
So they're probably like, okay, do this movie, but
Yeah.
you gotta do it like
Well,
this.
but I also feel like
at the same time, I at the same time, I don't know if it really feels like it's going forward.
No, well, I feel like it's moving forward, and it's also like, hey, IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you remember? We got this IP. We got
Member
this
berries.
IP. It's like, oh my god, I get it.
Yeah, because it does. I mean, a comparison you see a lot. You think like No Way Home, right?
Yeah.
That just came out. Spider-Man, and you think about I guess you could say the nostalgia bombs or just like how they hit all of like the internet wants,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this movie does similar things, but I don't necessarily know if the payoff is the same.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, if you don't think about it, it's fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But the moment you start thinking about it, it's not.
But there are
great.
certain scenes where it feels very just like, let's take this whole 10 seconds and like show you, look, you remember this character.
Yeah.
As he walks across the stage at a max speed of 2. And you're like,
Yeah.
I get it.
And,
Move on.
and it's more like the idea, like you have characters that I wish they did more with, or
Yeah.
ideas I wish they did more with, but they just don't.
Yeah.
Would you say this is like a setup movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Setup,
I
No,
actually
no,
don't
I
think
think
so. What are they setting up then? Like, I don't know what they're setting
All the
up.
other stuff that they want to do for future movies without spoiling stuff.
Like, I get, like, again, it's so hard to talk about this movie without spoiling stuff because
I feel like
because the trailers really don't give away much of this movie, which is great.
When are we gonna get
And
the
they
spoilers
do,
though?
and they do it without like editing people out. They just do it by scene selection, which is good.
before we start spoiler, we're just gonna do it now. I think. Just before we start, would you recommend this for people to watch?
Yes, I would recommend it. Just expect a horror film and make sure your kids are expecting a horror film.
Was it that?
Because I was in there with
pretty
8-year-olds. I saw
horror-y.
8-year-olds in that place. I was like, holy shit! I'm
like
not.
gory, right? From
It's,
what I
not,
It's
heard.
just
it's
brutal.
PG-13. I mean, it's.
I know,
Yeah,
but when
but
you see
it's a
Marvel, you're like,
Marvel-
let's take Johnny to
Take
the latest
Spider-Man.
Marvel
They take
film.
my 4-year-old
Really?
to see this shit.
Kids are seeing worse things at school.
Well, of course.
Of course.
I
mean,
know, but still.
But it's one of those you still have to, because you think about it. Even if it says PG-13, you see Marvel and you're like, oh, my 4-year-old kid can go see that.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is why they've had such a hard time implementing the whole the Netflix merger from their shows, because their shows are just so fucking brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've
'Cause you gotta think about
edited some of those shows, if I remember right.
Did they?
I heard they edited some of those parts out.
Oh, boo!
Perfect. I
That
didn't want to
makes
watch that.
that makes me so sad.
Because you got to think about
Or,
it. Like,
they did some edits on them. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard.
You can watch the unedited on somewhere online.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I
what
feel
of
like
that?
if they changed anything from Daredevil, I'd be a sad person. But
all of it.
Watch it
He's
on
not
this now.
blind anymore. It's crazy. No.
okay. So I mean, all right. I say we'll throw our ratings out.
No, I think we just say we should just say we watch it. If you want to hear the ratings, it'll be at the end.
Skip to the
Okay.
end.
Yeah.
Time
'Cause
code. I don't know.
I'm telling you, just go watch it. I think
Yeah, I
that's-
mean,
Yeah,
it's
I would
a
think go
decent
watch
movie. I
it.
like it.
Just prepare yourself for not your average Marvel film.
yeah.
So
Prepare it as a DC movie where it's going dark.
So
Yeah.
like, so if you're a Marvel movie, a Marvel fan, do you think you
I
like
am a
it?
movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's always-
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I feel like if you're like a big fan and you like the character of Doctor Strange and where all this new stuff is going, then I feel like you enjoy it.
What about the average
Yeah.
Marvel viewer, which is like most people?
Maybe.
You may not This is getting into territory where stuff starts to get confusing because
And that's the problem.
they add a lot of things.
So you haven't watched the rest of the.
No, even if you've watched the rest of the stuff, there's stuff that will start to intertwine that you have to remember. Like you're gonna start having to use your brain instead of just watching like, yes, Iron Man comes on stage and punches dude in face. It is great.
Well, it just gets into weird lore
Yeah.
because
And that's
like,
always been my issue of comics. It's just like
Yeah.
whenever they do this stuff. That's why I don't read comics.
I love it.
So
It's my favorite part.
it's too much for me, man.
And I mean, as a person who's read a lot of Doctor Strange and stuff, is one of my more favorite characters. I mean, anytime you go delve into like the magic side of Marvel, it just gets weird.
And yeah,
just get-
it's
it
hard.
just gets-
they've done
it just
a
gets
decent
funky.
job, but it's just I don't know. Maybe they kind of slowly introduced it with like Loki and some of that stuff, so people might be prepared for all this multiverse shenanigans.
And
but
the thing is, I don't feel like multiverse stuff in here is that confusing. I mean, if you were to compare that to another movie that's recently out that deals with
Yeah.
like the same themes and the same ideas, this is
Sonic, yeah.
nowhere near as crazy as that film is.
I love that movie.
Sonic?
Yeah,
I
you
know, I
know,
love
what,
that film
you know
too.
what I'm referring to.
12 out of 10.
oh god,
And I feel like
100 out of 10.
that movie probably handles that material a lot better than this movie does.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. This one handles it much better. I think it just has a better
No,
message in a way.
I mean-
but
The other way.
The other way.
yeah,
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's just talk about the fucking movie. And so,
oh my
If you haven't
god.
seen it, you know, if you
Who wants
fucking
to
stop
start?
the video here.
So
Pause, pause,
where do we
whatever.
want to start? Like with what?
Start at the beginning.
Let's start with Wanda. Let's start with Wanda.
Okay,
Let's start with Wanda. I think that's a
okay,
good
so spoilers.
starting, because that holds this whole movie. This
Okay.
the whole thing with
So-
her and this whole movie.
Walk me through this movie.
The
Take
villain-
my hand right now.
the
Walk
villain-
me through this movie.
Okay.
Take me.
So the villain, Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
She's the villain.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously she's OP as all shit, as her character should be.
Yeah.
And I mean her motivation's fine. It's a simple one.
How do you
Family
feel about
Yeah,
the
she
whole
wants her
entire
family
thing of WandaVision to now? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
So you saw WandaVision, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know all that shit happens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right. So she wants her family.
Yeah.
So she goes and she finds like Book of Pure Evil,
Yeah.
because with the power of Book of Pure Evil, she thinks she can get her kids back
Yeah.
by basically, you know what she does? You know what she does?
What?
She pulls a
Oh.
Oh, she does.
I don't know.
She does.
You know.
I don't know.
She pulls a She's I'm gonna
Yeah.
hop into another dimension.
Get
And
my kids.
I'm gonna steal that person's life. Basically, I want my kids. Yeah,
Is this on
Well,
movie
because another thing that they introduced in the MCU is your dreams connect you to your other selves.
Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
So when you dream something,
every time
you're actually reliving someone else, your other another
So, you know,
person,
like, when
your
you
other
fall to your
self.
death and you wake up,
that person fucking died. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fell out of my tree.
but
in my house.
that's the whole impetus of this film is Wanda wants to pull a
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
and she's getting all this power, and she does everything she does in this film is so she can do that.
So she can
Yeah.
get another family,
Yeah.
okay. Different
Yeah,
multiverse.
and then the
You know that always works when you kill the other person and you have the exact same personality, but
does.
evil. You know,
and the
it
main
works.
and the main MacGuffin is a new character in the form of America Chavez.
I'm like the brown girl.
Yeah. Sort
she-
of.
she's
There's like
the-
two MacGuffins.
She's the
Yeah, there's like two.
antagonist?
No.
There's two. There's two MacGuffins.
There's
She's
two
the-
MacGuffins.
She's the
but-
plot push
yeah. So she,
Yeah.
her character's power is she can basically punch holes in the multiverse.
and go through them.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
But when
dude.
she's scared.
Oh, you know
Or,
what the funny- you
she
know what the funniest-
she doesn't
Oh
do
my
that until the
gosh.
end of the film, but yeah, she gets scared and she doesn't know how to control it and
I saw a meme.
multiverse.
I saw a meme that I thought was so.
I know
funny.
exact meme you're talking about. I saw
Yeah,
that
yeah.
meme.
You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
No.
So it's like okay, so Marvel finally introduces an Hispanic character, and her power is punching holes through borders.
Am I the only one like don't get confused of like we gotta save America? I'm like, wait, America? Oh yeah, I mean, that's the girl's name, not America.
I don't know why
the
they
character's
wrote it
name.
as that. It's not a very good character name.
How did they
It
introduce
really
her?
isn't.
Was she just kind of there?
Oh, so
No.
How
how
are
they
her powers?
So how they? Well,
She just
her
has them.
powers.
She's like born like this?
Yeah.
It's like a Marvel movie. You know, everyone has powers at some point.
Yeah,
But-
she was born with this way.
How they introduce her is you meet Strange from another universe, which he's kind of evilish, not fully, but he's trying to get the book of like peace to
Book of Ashanti.
Yeah,
save
there's
her
two
from
books.
being-
There's the evil book and there's the good book.
Yeah,
Wow.
The evil book is the one that Wanda has. The good book is the book that has
in the dimension that no
The
one
second
can get to.
MacGuffin.
yeah, and it's the book that gives any sorcerer supreme the power to defeat whatever he needs to defeat.
Yeah, it's like a rare candy in Pokemon.
It's Deus Ex Machina the book.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Decius Monkey of the book. That is exactly it.
Yeah. So you meet a different Doctor Strange and her. He's trying to basically get to the book while this monster's chasing her. They both fuck up. He's trying to basically steal her powers before the monster gets them.
Because he thinks it's the only way to save the universe
Yeah.
is to kill her to do that.
She escapes by punching a hole by being scared. His body falls in, and now Doctor Strange is there fighting.
MCU Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange of our
trailer.
universe. Yeah, then fights off the creature that's chasing her, saves her, and they see his old
Saw that in
Doctor
the
body.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Eyeball thing.
then they find out that all these creatures are chasing it because Wanda's doing this with magic.
Yeah.
So
Well,
she sent them out.
Yes.
yeah. Well, the funny part is like, these are runes. These aren't magic stuff. This is runes. This is witchcraft.
be
I know who we
witchcraft,
should talk to about witchcraft. Goes to the person who talks about witchcraft, and it's like, oh shit,
I'm
you're
the
the
one
person doing
it.
this.
Yeah, so about that.
So she wants to take this other girl's power so she can punch a hole in reality and pull off a
Okay.
Yeah.
Why can't she do that with magic?
Because she can't.
Well, no,
'Cause she can't.
No, she can.
Shittily.
She can do it herself, but she's like, it was the more. Well, what was the word she uses basically?
I thought
Like nicer
Reasonable.
reasonable way, yeah. And then she's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, I can't get her with this because Doctor Strange is now holding me back, and I'll just go do it myself because she's basically a god,
Yep.
She's super powerful.
Very powerful.
like in the legit order of power of like superheroes. She's like number 2, and Doctor Strange is like number 3.
Who's number one?
The kid of Stretchy Man and Invisible Woman.
He's not wrong.
Stretchy Man and Invisible Woman.
It's Stretchy Man and Invisible Woman of the
Mr.
Fantastic
Incredible
Four.
Yeah.
No. From the other
The
Disney
other
show.
stretchy man.
the other Disney show.
The Adventures of Stretchy Man.
Oh, I can't wait. But yeah, no, he's number one.
Oh, okay.
The
He has stretchy
the,
man powers and
the son
goes
of the
invisible.
son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, whatever. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. You can
Uh-huh.
stretching.
There's a few yeah.
No, it's just a stretchy man.
There's a few other really powerful characters that are up
Well,
there
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And this is like old Doctor Strange and the
And Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
has always been up there.
Scarlet Witch is always been up
Because Doctor Strange has to learn his powers. Scarlet Witch, she just has them.
because she's a mutant
Yeah.
technically.
Whoa.
Or whatever she is.
Technically.
Spoilers.
That's not that's just comic
That's not
stuff.
what?
I've never read the comics. You're
I can't
spoiling my
read
comic
any
book.
bullshit.
It's just comic stuff. I mean, they had to go out of their way when they introduced her character in Age of Ultron to call like her and Quicksilver miracles
Yep.
instead of
These are
mutants,
not
They don't have
mutants.
the
because they didn't have the
TM.
rights to that word. Because technically they're both the kids of Magneto.
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
The mutants? We can-
Let's not get into weird comic stuff because it gets too complicated.
Okay,
This is the reason why I don't
Okay,
like it.
Scarlet Witch is the main bad guy.
Yes.
Bitch.
Yes, because she wants her kids. Because-
reasonable.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
Sort of.
I mean, I don't know if the
They're
kids
not
were real.
They're not real.
So she
They
kinda-
are in
Yeah.
other
They're
They're
dimensions.
real to her,
I
goddammit.
don't even know if they're real in other dimensions.
I think they are.
But where are they from?
It's another dimension where
Well, we're
that
talking about like
one dude didn't die.
WandaVision stuff too.
He
Like
has
they're,
to die.
they're real in WandaVision.
There's no way, what's his name, cannot die.
Vision?
Yeah.
Vision?
He has to get the stone.
I don't know, man. They already did some weird shit.
That's true.
But
I mean,
another
WandaVision
dimension-
already did some weird
Oh, yeah,
shit
that's
compared
true.
to what that
Yeah.
original comic arc was to
in
begin
another
with.
dimension.
Oh, God, yeah.
Thanos never killed Visions.
I mean, Vision always dies.
Yeah.
What?
He's like the only one to die in every poor comic book.
Okay.
Oh my god, really?
She bad girl. Wants her kids. Wants to kill this other girl. Doctor Strange kind of like, oh, I guess I'll save her.
Yes.
Yeah, the usual
Finds
superhero.
another Doctor Strange.
No.
No. The other Doctor
No,
Strange
no, no, no.
died coming into this world.
Oh, he just died?
Yeah.
He died from the
Yeah,
creature.
he was died. The,
Yeah, the creature
the
fucked him
tentacle
up.
monster killed him.
yeah.
Uh huh.
Wow. Was it brutal?
So there's a dead
sucks
Doctor
him off,
Strange
basically.
body they buried in New York. We'll come back to that. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. So they bury his body. Don't forget that. Keep that in your mind, pals.
Okay.
Lock
Just
it
keep
away.
that in your
And
mind
so-
for a little bit. We'll get back to that. Trust us.
And like so, and the rest of this movie is basically Wanda trying to get this kid,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then them so she fucks up everybody. Like
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh yeah,
Like-
because they
all
go,
the wizard people.
Here comes the problem with this film is like, oh, we have this new interesting thing. We have this new interesting thing we need to introduce and all this other crap. It's just like I said, there's sleep dreaming or sleepwalking or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Dream
no,
walking.
yeah.
they
Which
did.
is that's how she knows where her kids are. She's like, ooh, there's these kids from another dimension that I know, and I want to be their mother, but I can only visit them while I dream.
With magic.
So Miss America couldn't be nice enough to be like, hey, I want to go to this dimension. Can you take me? She's
Yeah.
like, no.
Well, the issue is it's like you gotta take me, and I'm gonna kill my other self.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
you don't have to tell her. You're like, I just want to go here. Take
Then
me.
America can't really control her powers quite yet either.
No,
so it's
she-
just
the only
like,
way she can do it is being scared to death, and then she just punches
And-
a hole randomly.
Wow.
like later in the
that's it.
film, she learns how like, oh, I punch and it creates it.
Yeah,
I kind of had to hate this character now. I haven't seen it.
no, dude, she's
God.
the best character.
She's an all right character.
She's
America
aight.
isn't that bad.
I just
I
don't
think she just
they
needs a little more
utilized
time to
her.
grow. That's all.
Uh huh. But so Scarlet Witch, she fucks up all the wizards.
Yeah, because
Even my boy?
everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, every
Kill my boy?
every
No,
sorcerer
no.
is just got booped. They get booped.
Yep.
Booped.
Well, I'm
They
pretty
get
sure a lot of
booped.
them die, and then like the main ones got booped.
So the reason this movie's I feel like as brutal as it is. So think of Wanda is like a horror movie monster
Okay.
in this movie.
Cool.
Like
Yeah.
she does fucking creepy ass shit.
Like
There
bribery.
is a
Yeah.
good portion of this film where she is literally like a Freddy
Uh-huh.
or what's it called or
Jason.
I dig it.
Jason or Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Does the-
And it's
does
just
the-
like
yeah.
she is one of those things that is just unstoppable and looks like she has blood all over her and all that stuff. It's just like gruesome. So yeah, she is a horror film
dig it.
antagonist.
It's pretty great.
It's
One of my
amazing.
favorite parts.
So do they beat her or what?
Kind of.
Sort of.
That part's a little bullshit to me.
He's
But
not-
when we-
Yeah.
Yeah,
it a
but
spell
America's like, oh, I now have control of my powers. Here, I'll send you to that dimension. And the kids are like freaked out of her because she's this Scarlet Witch of Death trying to kill herself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then she
they
comes
try
to
to
the
kill
error
her.
her ways like, oh, maybe this isn't a good idea for me to take over some other person's children. And it's like everyone's been saying this to me, but I just can't realize until I actually see it.
Uh-huh.
And then she changes her mind.
Kind of, and then she kind of pseudosizes herself.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
she locks herself up,
Yeah,
basically.
supposedly she's dead,
Yeah.
which
She
is
was
going to
Is
be
that what it
interesting.
was?
Dimension.
I just pictured she just like...
No, because you see a giant freaking rock just go squish.
Yeah, but...
We don't see her die though. You just see
No, you
She's a
don't
god.
pretty
I
lights.
just pictured that she just trapped herself in a fucking like coffin, and she's like, now I just meditate until they need me.
I don't know.
Yes.
That's how I pictured it.
Did you like
Yeah.
that
Who
part?
knows? They left it ambiguous, so they can bring her
Those
back
are
if they
shit.
want to, and if they
Shit.
don't want to, then she is dead.
I feel like the resolution's kind of dumb, and then it does like this movie does a lot of weird things. Like they get to one of the MacGuffins, they get to the book, and then Wanda just
Yeah.
burns it before they could use it.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. I was just like, here's the book, and it's gone. You're
The
like,
book we've been looking for half the movie, over half the movie,
it's
and she just yeets it.
it's the South Park meme. Where it's
It
like,
really is.
here's the money, and it's gone.
And it's
You're
gone.
like, what? It's like, wasn't that part of the movie?
This movie just kind of feels pointless, where no one gets anything they want.
Nah.
I feel
So-
It's like
So-
blue
so
ball
here-
for everybody.
except Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange grows as a character.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
And what's her name?
one of the themes of this movie is actually being happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
And-
he's been asked all his life, "Are you happy?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure, I'm happy." And he's,
Yeah.
Like,
because
why?
we kind of skipped this part. It's kind of an important part. The
Is it
girl
important?
from the first movie got married.
I thought she died.
Nah.
different girl.
Oh,
Different. His romantic interest.
gotcha.
The first girl died, and then he got another girl.
Wait, which girl died?
Yeah,
The
who
one
died?
isn't the one with the watch that died.
Yeah, in the car accident.
Yeah.
She wasn't
No.
in the car. He's
Oh.
by himself in the car.
Oh, he was.
He's by himself in the
thinking-
car. Yeah, he's
I'm thinking
fine.
of What
You're
If,
thinking.
sorry.
You're thinking of What If, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're
She does,
thinking of
she
What
does
If.
die
That's what
about
happened to What If.
300,000 times.
Different universe.
You're thinking of What If.
Different universe.
Yeah.
In this universe, R. Strange got in the car accident by himself.
Yeah. No,
And that's the whole thing.
She gets married, and he's all like, "Oh, you
So
know, he has
he's bitter
regrets
about it.
and all this other."
Yeah.
And then he meets America, and all this stuff happens.
And yeah, and she asks him, "Are you happy?" And he just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm Sorcerer Supreme. Of course, I'm happy."
but he's not.
Yeah.
He's not even Sorcerer Supreme.
who asked that to random people? that
I
you
know.
Well, it's not,
Well, it's not
random.
random.
It'd be like if I said it to you.
meet?
You happy?
They don't have history though.
They do.
Yes,
They
they do.
fucking bang.
They used to be boyfriend and girlfriend. They
They
did.
were
I think
together.
they were
She
She
no.
gives him the watch.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
you
you
talking
said
about
Yeah.
America?
America.
No, no,
tall
no, no,
hair.
no, no, no,
Oh, you
no,
have,
no.
like,
No.
whoa.
No.
His
That's
love
dumb as
interest.
shit.
The love interest.
Not
is-
America.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay,
The nurse from the first film.
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
If you remember any of that.
it's a blur, but yeah. Sure.
Uh huh.
Is she happy though?
No.
I guess she's probably happy.
Married some rich dude, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, she
Secure
comes
the
like,
bag.
and that's the only reason I'm trying to bring her up is because she comes back. Another version of her comes back in the film.
Yeah.
and kills her.
No. Okay. We're gonna get to this part now.
How does it end?
No, well, no. There's
We
something
already
else.
told you how
There's
that-
there's
there's
something
a-
else before the end we have to talk about.
Okay.
So, Strange goes to this universe,
Okay.
right?
But which universe? The one where they cross on red?
Oh, do you see the Illuminati?
Yeah. That's what we're gonna talk about.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to Illuminati. Let's get to
Yeah,
that.
This is where it
dudes.
gets really dark.
Yeah. So you have the Illuminati,
Oh
right?
my god, yeah, holy
Which
shit.
consists of
Captain Britannia.
the one chick from What If as Captain Britain.
Okay.
Okay. John
Captain
Krasinski
Carter.
as Reed Richards.
I love him.
A stretchy man.
Yeah,
Stretchy-
Stretchy
Is he
man.
gonna be Stretchy Man in the new one?
Wow.
I don't know
Who knows?
because that
I don't
was
think-
that's been the
Different
that's been a
universe.
fan pick
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
That's been like a fan cast. So I mean, I guess they did it.
might-
for
I think
so.
I think it's not going to happen now. He
No.
got cast in this film.
You had
Captain
Mordo.
Marvel. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
Captain Marvel.
I'll let you introduce him.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, different Captain Marvel.
Man or woman?
It's her best
Still
friend.
one.
It's the black woman who was her best
Yeah.
friend in the first film.
Oh, she's Captain Marvel now.
Yep.
She better,
Yes.
better Captain Marvel.
Was.
And then
Good
you
was.
have, and then you have the what's his face, Mordo from Doctor Strange 1. You have the main guy from Inhumans, which they never made into a movie or anything.
Bro, dude, what were you talking about that movie?
God tier movie.
But he has the same power as the Jujutsu Kaisen guy,
Which one?
the guy who the speaking one.
Okay. He screams really loud and he could kill people. That's his
Yeah.
power.
Wow.
He like
and
nukes
then
him, basically.
obviously, you know, the big one is, you know, Patrick Stewart, Professor Xavier
Yeah.
No
is there
Iron
as
Man?
well. No.
You would have loved the theater. Like, Stretchy Man comes out, and this guy in the theater's like, yeah! I'm like, fucking shut up!
No one did that in my movie, Peter. No
lucky
one did any of
bastard.
that. I was shocked.
And then,
Blessed.
And then Patrick Stewart.
Stewart came out, he's like, yeah! I'm like, shut the fuck up! It's a movie
The
theater.
theme song came on. The
Yeah.
theme song
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, I
It
got
was
the
like,
chills for a second. I'm like, and then he said something after
Oh,
that.
that one? That was great.
Yeah. And then
He's the one that came out, and it
and
took
the-
like 20 minutes for him to get to his
and
spot.
this is and the scene that comes next, I thought was dope.
Yeah.
But I also kind of hate what happens at the same time.
They all-
oh
They all
man,
fucking
dude,
die.
Get the fuck
Jesus.
out.
Dude, it's
get
brutal.
wrecked
Fucking
like
screaming.
horribly.
So it starts off
Oh
with,
my god, that's
Uh,
why reason I'm like, how is this actually 13 in a way?
because it starts off with Screamy Man. And, you know, they're like, he's going to say a word, and you're going to die instantly. And she's like, with what mouth? And, you know, he's like,
Fucking Matrix. He
You
has
know,
no
he
He doesn't
mouth.
have a mouth anymore.
and then he says something, and his head fucking.
Yeah, you
legit
see his
pops.
head explode.
You're like, damn, that's brutal.
All I picture is that Invincible scene. Invincible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He just murks everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically
That's
what
basically
happens.
basically
Yep.
it.
That's dope.
My favorite scene by far was because you
Stretchy
know
Man?
there's that loud
The
dude.
stretchy man.
The stretchy man becomes fucking rubber.
Yeah, he becomes
basically.
noodles.
You remember what she said before she did that? She was like, "Do you have children?" He's like, "Yes, I have a wife and kids." Oh, that's good. At least I have one parent alive to take care of them.
And
And it's
she's
just like,
turns up into stretchy bits.
what?
This is the guy that's supposed to be like one of the smartest people in the world, and he's just like, I can just go and stretch her.
I'm gonna just go ahead and punch her with my stretchy hands, and she's
You're
like,
like, you're such a useless superhero. All you do is stretch. What are you gonna do
"Yeah,
against
she
the
definitely
god?
stretches all right in that film." Oh man, those were two brutal kills, and then
This
it
is
was
my
like
favorite part.
ugh.
I want to talk
It's-
about
it-
the captain.
Go. Yeah,
Because-
Captain Carter versus Captain Marvel versus her.
Oh, no.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Captain Carter one was great.
No, I was talking about the Captain Britannia.
That's why
Oh,
I
is
said it's
that
her.
one?
Yeah, Captain.
I love her because they got the loud dude in the audience. She throws her shield. And he's like, oh yeah, and then magic powers. She gets fucking sliced.
She gets
in
bisected with it. Yeah.
Half.
Oh
And
my
I'm
god,
like,
dude,
yeah,
that was
fuck
insane.
you. I hate that character. I hate Captain Marvel.
Whoa.
All of them can go fuck themselves. They're all boring.
Jeez.
I pissed off a half
That
dozen people.
That kill was pretty insane. Like, I thought the head exploding one was pretty. I'm like, oh wow, they cut
Yeah,
someone
all
in
you
half.
see is the shield, like it hits the wall, and it's just soaked in blood.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, yes,
You don't see her
fuck
like
that character.
fall to pieces, but you know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the two parts separate.
Yeah, you do,
Yeah.
but you don't
Yeah.
really
It's all
see like.
black.
It's not like detailed.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then Captain Marvel puts up a fight because you know she's kind of OP
Super
in her
strong,
own
yeah.
right.
He's pretty powerful, yeah,
Yeah, and that goes pretty well, and then she gets crushed by a giant statue.
which kind of sucks. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, you kill everyone in these cool, crazy, infinite like ways against
No,
their own
no.
powers, and this one's like rock.
My favorite one was Xavier's.
How he died.
Oh my god, dude, that
My
one kinda
lord,
shook
that
me.
scene is so
Could
good.
be like, don't kill
That
us
shook
all.
me
This
so
is like
hard.
legit horror
Oh,
moment.
Like so he realizes because Wanda. So since they're in another universe, right?
Can you see her coming?
No, so they're in another universe.
No, you
so
can't
Wanda can't physically be in that universe.
Okay.
So she possesses herself.
Yeah, she does the sleepwalking stuff.
Yeah.
She can
So-
sleepwalk into other universes.
Yeah, by possessing people in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Xavier feels like if he can pull that universe's Wanda out, it'll kick the other one out. So he does his telepathy shit.
I'm getting to my
Mind
cerebro
Yeah.
or whatever.
And then he goes into her mind, and it's like this blank white place, and there's all this rubble, and he goes over because he can walk in dreams, I guess.
She mind fucks him?
No, but yeah.
No. She's mind fucking herself first.
Yeah, he goes to the rubble, and in the rubble is like the actual Wanda from that universe, and he tries to help her, right, pull her out of the rubble, and this fucking like red cloud comes up behind him, and then the Wanda gets pulled in, and then you just see hands come up behind him and snap his neck.
Yeah, it's like a jump scare almost perfectly.
Yeah. And he also dies. If you die in your dreams, you die in real life.
I guess. But you see him basically get an aneurysm from it.
He basically got mind fucked without a condom.
I like how like when he's in the dream, he's like basically Patrick Stewart, like how he does his plays. He's just in a black like turtleneck with some khakis. He's like an old man. He's in his 80s. He's just like, oh, where am I?
I pictured like him trying to actually pull her out. I'm like, sir, I don't think you can lift her body
Like,
weight.
I don't think you could do that.
I don't know. Like I love the way like the creativity they gave.
Oh,
to
it's
Wanda's
amazing.
kills.
And like I said, after that scene, there's the chase scene with Wanda chasing Strange and everyone. And she's freaking limping like a zombie and covered in Ultron oil, because there's Ultron in this too. There's the robots that are Ultrons. And they're being destroyed by her, and all the oil is like looking like blood, and she's
Sounds awesome.
hobbling off like a freaking demon out of hell. It's amazing.
I love it when they're like running down the tunnel, and they're dropping walls like doors, and she just freaking breaks through them, and she keeps walking as she's like magically breaking through these walls. She's a force. It's great.
What you like about this movie?
It's so great. There, like I said, there's great scenes in this movie. It's just when you put it all together, you're just kind of like,
it doesn't necessarily hold up.
So you should watch it as a highlight reel.
Honestly,
yeah, probably.
Just watch the best moments.
Because, like another thing they were like, there's so many things in this movie because they're also like, because what them call Illuminati killed their Strange. Because their Strange and them fought Thanos. And Strange used the Dark Book, and because he did that, they're like, okay, now we got to kill you, Strange. He's like, sure, you can kill me.
Universe.
So now they're like, oh, every Strange is bad. Every Strange is bad. It's like, in that universe, like, researches other universes. Like, there's so many things going on in this film, man.
There's a lot.
What you like about this movie, Cam?
It's madness.
You didn't like the movie? Heard.
We didn't like all the scariness.
How many times did you get spooked?
None. I didn't know it was supposed to be a horror movie.
You didn't get spooked?
No, not at all.
When they were chasing them, they popped out with their like red eyes, and dude, there's like some scenes.
I love the reflections.
Yeah.
When they trapped her in that mirror dimension, and she would like kill people through reflections. It's fucking great.
When she came out with the fucking mirror, like the Grudge. Oh my god.
You have
or like the Rain Girl, the Rain. Oh my god, that was like holy shit.
But then towards the end, like it starts to get weird towards the end because,
of course.
So Strange meets another Strange from a universe that's basically just destroyed, and the only thing left is him.
Wow, that sounds sad.
Because he fucked up. You know, like this universe, he fucked up the world trying to use the Dark Book, and so this is, I think, probably one of the best scenes in the movie. Is the fight scene between the two strangers
with the music?
Yeah,
so dope.
They're basically, fighting each other, and they're using like music from sheets shooting at each other. But while it's going, it's using like the sheet music is playing, and they're playing two different songs, basically versing each other. You probably know the names of the two.
They're just their themes.
Is it the Doctor Strange from the trailer?
No,
different Doctor Strange.
No, it is that one.
Is
it is that one.
It is that one.
Yeah, it's the one you see in the trailer. Yeah,
it is that one.
It's the evil one of the evil Doctor Stranges.
Yeah, he does the somebody wants to get funky and then
basically
yeah.
And then they have a music dance off while shooting each other.
Here's another thing in this film, right? Here's another thing that I always kind of wonder and kind of wish they did, right? I do wish, and I've heard this as another criticism. I do wish they kind of did use magic a little bit more creatively than they do sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
they couldn't afford it.
No, it's more. I think it's more just a thought process. Because eventually, I mean, this is a problem with all like Marvel and in general. Like, even if it's magic, a lot of the times it becomes the idea of I shoot laser beams at the other person.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what it is.
But you want to visually see like,
Yeah, I know.
things move forward, basically.
But like, I always felt one of the things I loved about the first Doctor Strange was like the mirror dimension fights, which I wish there was a little bit more of like that, where you'd have like the tessellating buildings.
Well, I thought what was going to happen was they're going to fly through universes while basically fucking them up, but still fighting each other.
And so, that'd be great. And so I did like that idea of the use of magic to be like different that way, because you're manipulating the environment and everything, other than just I shoot glowy shit at each other.
Yeah.
I shoot lasso.
And that was also the thing with Wanda as well, because most of the time she's just like shooting fireballs.
Yeah.
And that's why I loved her creative, like the creative kills, because I felt like at least it was different than just I shoot people.
You also like manipulate like a dude's mind to make him freak out too. So
yeah, I mean that was great. That part
fun.
is great. And that's what I feel like are highlights when you see these, other than, you know, I shoot stuff at each other or I make funny shield.
Yeah. Strange that circle with shields, Strange that circle that shot things, and Strange that circle to make salt.
Whiplash thing. He summons like
he summons a dragon, which I think is really cool.
And like hands too. He summoned dragon hands too.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that stabs the big monster in the eye and just pulls it out.
Yep.
How does the movie end?
Told you.
Well, then there's there's Zombie Strange, which was insane.
Zombie Strange
Yeah,
is great.
so he uses the dark book
because
to
he's
walk
stuck in another
the dead
dimension
body
too.
that he buried. So now he's Zombie Strange, and it's pretty funny. But this is where the biggest cringe I think of
that was awful.
the whole movie is. It's basically him and America fighting Wanda, basically, and Wanda's like, I don't think I can use my power, and then he says some cheesy line of, "Yeah, you can," and then he's got like
winks.
He's a zombie, and he's like, and you're like, what was that? Who wrote this?
Well, okay, like I get Sam Raimi did. Okay, let's say it like that, like where Sam Raimi
But
directed it. Let's that's his style.
It just stands out so much.
Like to give a little more context of that, like they were like, okay, it's the final scene. Wanda, Vision,
Vision's dead.
Dead Strange, and America all in a room, basically. They're all trying to hold off Wanda, and they're like, okay, you gotta take her power, Strange. You gotta kill her. And he's like, no, I won't. She can control it. I believe in her. Because every other Strange is like, I'll kill, or they're like, we'll have to kill her.
Yeah, the only way we can stop this is by killing her.
And like, and he's like, you know what? You can do it. I believe in you, girl. I believe in you.
Yeah. He winks at her with her zombie eye.
Yeah.
Does she do it?
Yeah. Well, then she opens
she
the
pops a portal.
and says, "Look, it's your family. Why you go kill her?" And then the family's like, "No, don't kill our real mom. Fuck you, lady."
We don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And then she freaks out, gets really sad, and then she pseudosizes, aka I don't know what she does to herself.
Yeah.
So that's how the
Ambiguous
movie ends?
death.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they all get back together, and then
Everything goes back to normal.
kinda.
Yeah. America's still in our universe, learning Doctor Strange powers. So we'll see what comes out of that.
She's trying to learn the magic.
I hate it.
We'll see what happens.
What's the after credit scene?
There's two. So one, we'll say the dumb one. The dumb one
No,
is
the best one. The best scene
best
and the
one
best cameo we've not talked about yet.
is
Bruce Campbell.
Campbell. Thank you. I want to say David
Oh my
Campbell, but I'm like,
God.
movie?
Yeah.
Bruce
I
Campbell's
love
in
the
the
Bruce
movie.
Campbell.
As himself?
I
Yes.
gasped when I saw him on
Basically,
screen.
yeah.
Really?
he didn't know who he was.
I didn't realize till that after credit. Like I heard his voice,
Dude,
I
as
heard.
soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh
I don't-
my God!"
I don't know
it's
why
Bruce
in my-
Campbell.
I don't know why in my head I didn't fully recognize old Bruce Campbell.
Especially when he did the hand stuff to him, I was like, "Oh, people! Why is someone else freaking out with this with me?"
It's funny because like in my head I felt like there's something here,
Yeah.
but I can't parse. I can't parse what it is until the end credit scene came up and it all just hit. I'm just like, oh, that's yes.
Because all I remember there, he's
I
like,
love
"Is
that
Bruce
part
Lee?" I'm like, yeah.
so much.
You didn't notice when he was in the first scene? Because he literally gets pissed off at Strange for being like, you look like our Strange in our universe. You must be cosplaying.
Well, America also took pizza balls from him too.
Yeah, it was a garbage scene, but whatever. But then he's like,
I
he casts a
love-
spell on him, and then he just starts whacking himself with his right arm from the same thing from the original movies.
From Evil Dead.
From the Evil Dead.
From
movies.
Evil Dead.
And he's like, "Oh, we're off in 2 weeks." And then
Oh.
the end credit scene,
The end credit
it
scene is
just
when it
wears
ends.
off.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Doctor
Oh.
Strange will be back." And
I love that cameo in those two. And I love how they were able to do that. Are you kidding me? I
Good
I
old
think
love
it's
that.
great.
Campbell.
But I was
That
just
was
like, "Oh, okay."
that was amazing. That was the best cameo in this whole damn film.
And then the first one is.
Besides Raimi's car. Apparently Raimi has his car in every single film.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Did you find it?
Apparently his yellow car shows up in every film he directs.
It's probably
Huh,
like in the
interesting.
first few scenes
Yeah,
where
it
everything
might
got
be
shit.
there,
But,
Yeah.
Who's the first?
It's Bruce Campbell and the yellow car. Those are the two things he tries to
So-
put in every single film.
You've read a decent amount of Doctor Strange comics, right, Forrest?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I just don't remember who she is.
So the best way to describe her in Doctor Strange comics is she's like love interest numero uno.
Yeah.
Her name's
Oh,
Clea.
Okay.
So this is a new girl
Yeah.
that they
Played
introduced
by
at the
Charlize
end.
Theron.
Who?
Charlize Theron.
Who is she?
Her.
You don't know who she is? Okay, never mind.
She's a female actress.
You seen Atomic Blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where she's from. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a bunch of other stuff as well, but
I just don't remember her that much. She looks familiar, but I couldn't.
Charlize
Can't connect.
Theron.
And they cut in a portal saying, "You fucked up this universe. You go and fix it." And he go, "Okay." And they fly in.
Yeah, but I mean, technically in comics, she's more powerful than he is, but
Yeah.
and so she's like, there's stuff that ties into the first film. So because the villain of the first film is Dormammu. Dormammu
Yeah.
has a sister. Clea is the daughter of this sister,
Okay.
and then and this character's this character was introduced in the 60s. I mean, this is an older character. And in the comics, she appears all the time and helps Strange. She does magic shit.
Yeah.
They
she's a
get
good
they
person.
get married at some point.
Is she a good person? Character.
It's like every superhero. They all have their ups and downs.
Uh huh. And then there's a whole thing with the dark universe and people and fighting Dormammu. And
Oh
fighting.
yeah. Before he jumps in,
Yeah.
I guess this is really important. Is since he used the dark book, he has a third eye, and his third eye opens when they go into the portal. He'll be like, "Okay, let's go do this," and opens.
He's got more powers.
He now partially evil, but not really. He's just now stronger.
It's interesting what they do with some of the things in this book in this movie in general, lore wise.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they have to look for the book of Vishanti, where technically comic Strange gains the powers of Vishanti when he becomes Sorcerer Supreme
Yeah.
after he kills the Ancient One, which is obviously not what the movies did.
He kills the
Yeah.
One Punch Man.
Pretty much.
Shit.
Because I can't remember, because in the comics some interdimensional being is trying to come through using the Ancient One, and then Doctor Strange has to kill the Ancient One, and so he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, and he gains the powers of Vishanti,
Yeah.
and it's using those powers that he first fights Dormammu, because he can't do it before he gets those powers. Yeah.
So this setup
it's a
is
whole
the
thing.
second after credit scene.
First.
Is that the
First. The second one's Bruce
second
Campbell.
one was-
The second one's just
saying-
Bruce Campbell.
Oh, I
saying
thought
that
that
he's
was the
not
first
punching himself
one.
anymore.
I think it should have been the other way around.
Yeah.
I think that should have been the first one where it's like, oh, here's a funny
No,
joke.
I'm fine with the first one being just.
Well, it's almost like
Tactile.
it's like when you watch Guardians of the Galaxy and the very last one was fucking the duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like,
or it's like the Avengers one, the first Avengers movie where they go get food.
yeah.
What is it called?
yeah.
The second one is always the one that's more of a gag one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated it when Captain America was like, Where they're like, didn't they teach you about having patience or some shit? I'm like, oh my god, wait for this bullshit.
I've learned to just look it up and see what the
there's
second
one
is at this
cameo
point.
I think they actually missed out on a lot. I'm surprised they didn't do a Chris Hemsworth Fantastic Four thing.
Oh,
I wanted that so
Oh, that
badly.
would have been cool. Him as like the Human Torch.
Human Torch. She was the Human Torch.
Chris
in
Evans.
Yeah.
Fox's
Chris- I don't know.
13 Fantastic Four, and he's kept it. I just wanted that weird interaction with him, Strange, so badly.
Like, I know you.
Ugh,
Guess we'll never get it.
No, we're not
That-
gonna get that.
you never know.
Like-
You never know.
I don't know. It's like this
You never
movie's
know.
this movie's okay.
Rate this movie.
It was
right
okay.
now.
Yeah.
Right now, rate it. Cam, you first.
Can I say it's like my second favorite form, like after post game thing, post end game thing?
Yeah.
I feel like all
Like-
post Endgame stuff is
What's
just
the
garbage.
first one?
Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man. Spider-Man's
okay.
first. I'm not
You don't
going.
even have
I'm
to
not going to
answer.
try to say no to
Yeah,
that.
you're
easy.
right. Now you're right. You're right.
I think
And then, like,
it's,
Yeah, I think this is like second post end game.
yeah. I think it's probably for me like an 8. Just 'cause
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a
the
good. It's a
character.
good an eight.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say a 7. It's like I said, there's or 7. I don't know, even almost 6.5 to 7, really. Because like there's
Ooh.
parts of this movie that I really love, but there's so much in its structure and stuff that I'm just like,
Yeah, but I can just throw that out of my brain for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I can do that
that's
too.
why it's
That's the
okay.
thing.
Michael rated.
Me?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I said 8. I was agreeing
Yeah,
with
he
8.
said
So it rounds out to like a 7.5.
yeah.
Conrad rated.
Okay, that rounds out to a 7.25.
Man, we should
Repeating.
have gone it better so we could do our next episode or our next episode number. How dare we?
How dare we?
But anyway,
Ugh.
thanks for watching this. This is our number 68. If you know what comes after that, we'll
Oh,
be
boy.
talking about that in a couple seconds.
Teehee.
T.
Tee hee hee.
Anyway,
Number
68.5.
is 68.
It's a recap.
68.5.
We have
The
to
foreplay episode.
Yeah.
we have to recap all of our other episodes we've done, and then we'll talk about it's our filler episode.
Yeah, when we're doing a beach,
Beach
episode,
episode.
Each episode.
that's for OnlyFans.
Okay.
Ooh, he's taking off. He's ready for the next
He's ready.
episode.
These rifles burst.
But
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Listening or whatever.
Yeah.
if you listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else, we're on YouTube, vice versa. If you don't want to see our ugly faces, we're on Spotify. And buy our stickers. It supports us to watch more garbage and great movies.
Listen to Michael's videos.
He put out
Yeah,
a new one
I'm-
He
recently.
put out a new one recently.
I finally put out that dumb video I'd never wanted to do, but I did it.
It's only like
Ugh.
25 minutes long.
Yeah. The next videos aren't going to be that long. I'm done with it, and I'm going to release it soon.
It's about that great game, Jump Force.
Oh, lovely game. Ugh, God damn it.
Naruto and
You
all
can't
those
get
other
it
garbage
anymore.
characters. Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
got rid of it.
that's the whole reason I tried to make it, but it has surgery and job changes. So
Rest
yeah.
in peace game. Rest in peace episode. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yep. Thank you for watching.
ya.
See ya next episode.
Bye bye.
Peace.
About 3 seconds.